Hello, people. How are we tonight? Our day, our evening, whatever time you are logging in to watch us. Oops. Oh, I'm so sorry. Um, but we are here tonight. We have some special guests with some great information for you. I will let Miss Keisha introduce our guest.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. I'm sorry, everyone. I just want to verify I'm not at home. I I'm in a new spot today, and I'm trying to make it work. But I'm just glad to at least be able to see you all, or you be able to see me today. So we're excited because today we're going to have a discussion on financial literacy. And we're currently waiting on our speaker to actually join us. But I do understand that we have her supervisor here, Mr. Mr. Vincent Valaflor. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. You're on mute, current. You're on mute. Okay. It says that Maria's coming in, so she's going to be coming in, and while Maria's coming in, I'm just going to go on and just read you a little bit that she wrote, and so you'll get an understanding of who she is and her passion for financial literacy. Okay. Maria is a licensed financial professional with a strong foundation in industrial engineering. Her journey began in quality engineering roles at leading multinational tech companies, including Fujitsu, Fuji Corporation, Philips Electronics, and Dell Technologies. At Dell, she served as a regulatory and compliance engineer, agency regulatory manager, focusing on global product regulations and standards in financial management. Her mission is to help families achieve financial independence through education and empowerment. She believes that financial literacy is essential for building a secure future, and she strives to provide complementary resources to guide and empower individuals and families on their financial journeys. Okay, her unique blend of engineering, financial expertise, and her heart to serve is why she's dedicated to making a positive impact on the lives of those that she works with. So that is giving us a little introduction on Miss Maria. And is she here? She said she was logged in. So we just,
Is she? That's it.
is she here?
Go ahead. Uh,
Oh,
I
yes,
think
she
she.
is. Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get her on in here.
Hello, everyone. Sorry for that
Hi,
technical.
Miss Maria. I'm so glad you were able to log in. Thank you for joining
Yeah.
us.
Thank you, Kisha, for this
I just gave you
opportunity
an
to be.
introduction.
Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for giving us this opportunity to share this financial literacy campaign to everyone. I'm not seeing everyone. I can see only Vanessa and Vince. Is that right?
Oh, you can't see me?
I can see
You
you.
can. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you won't be able to see the guests. They're just going to be able to see us and discuss. And then what will end up happening is if there are any comments, we'll make sure we get those over to you. Okay.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
So, all right. I'll be sharing my screen. Okay. And I'm gonna start now. Hmm.
Is it Sharon?
Yeah, I.
I'm so excited. I feel like a little busybody. You are actually our first guest on our support
Really?
group night. So I'm excited. So
That's
this is something
that's awesome.
something great.
Can you see my screen now? Can you see it?
No.
No,
Hold on. Let me
you're
try
not.
this
Any
right here.
any luck?
Can you see,
Now try to share it.
can you see it?
No. Hold on. Give
Not
you
yet.
let me give you host access. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Sorry, this is my first time in StreamYard.
There we go.
Oh, it. We've been having problems. So you're doing wonderfully. Like I can't figure out what I just did to make everything go by.
We're more familiar with Zoom and Teams and Google Meet. So,
Can you see your presentation? It's up there.
yes, I can see it.
Yes, up
So
Okay.
there.
is it okay?
Yes.
Is it good to go now?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Go ahead. You have the floor.
Okay. I will make it a slide. Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. And once again, thank you for your time and thank you for having us here to share this knowledge about financial foundation. So, as you can see from the screen, this is Finance 101, saving your future. And in this, you will learn about the basic principles of building a financial foundation. So, with that, we were also talking about the challenges that we face nowadays. So we're talking about people has no budget, no goals, and we continue to spend a lot, no emergency fund, living paycheck to paycheck, and then increasing debts, and we are not interested in the financial future, more importantly on the educational part. So, and why do we become like this? It's because of our bad habits and poor decisions. But the question is, what do the wealthy know that the rest of us do not? And to continue this one, as you know, nowadays people are living longer. Last year, based on the Census Bureau, in 2023, the average life expectancy is about 79. Hello?
Since the screen is not showing, it's still one on the.
Oh, okay. It's not sharing. Strange. Okay, I will reshare. Sorry for that.
No worries. Take your time.
Mhm. Is this the first time you encounter this kind of technical?
You relax. Trust me, this is nothing compared to what we've had going on. So you're great.
I will reshare. It's not sharing the slide.
Well, I tell you what, you don't need a slide if it doesn't show. You can just speak to us and we
Okay,
can
just
go from
okay.
there.
Okay. Yeah.
It's showing.
Oh,
She just has to put it in PowerPoint form. It's showing. It's back up there.
Enable.
You just gotta when you click on it, you have to just push it in PowerPoint form.
oh, okay. It's in PowerPoint actually. The presentation is in
Oh.
PowerPoint. Yeah. That's why I was
No, I'm
like,
in the slideshow, but go on. You can just talk about it. It's okay.
okay. Yeah, okay. So sorry for that. But to continue, so yeah, I was saying that people are living longer, and that in the last year, so the average life expectancy is about 79.8 or 80 years old. And for the next 6 years, 2030, we're expecting for female about 83 years old. And the next 30 years, 2060, it's about 86. So this is the common challenge in the aging world. We have lower birth rates and more single parents, increasing health concerns like a very young age, we will have like cancers, stroke patients, all the health issues, and appropriate housing and supervision. There's also difficulty on the transportation and mobility. We have problems on transferring our wealth or assets, and most like the health directives. There is also concern on the financial security, and of course, our social security pension and savings and all the taxes. Are we too busy during the first half of your life to prepare for the second half? So, this is the question. And if I can share the screen with you, this is like building a financial foundation. We set goals and we need to take actions. So, in a building a financial foundation, it's like a house. You should have a start with a solid financial foundation and build it from ground up. So first, you should have a proper protection in the event of disability or health issues or concern or premature death. So it is important to reduce also our liability and get out of debt. So we have this called debt management. This is part of our workshop classes. And next is we need to have also our emergency fund. Emergency fund is we recommend that we have at least 3 to 6 months of your income so that when things happen or deal with the sudden changes of your job, people are getting laid off or some businesses to pay or some unforeseen accidents or repairs. So your emergency fund could be the source. And a good role also, and you should have save also and invest for the long run. All of this tax should be done as soon as possible. Consider your financial situation. So what does each of these parts look like? So do you have a debt to pay, or do you already have an emergency fund which is 6 times your salary? And do you have an investment in a financial house? So we need to start from ground up, which is the proper protection. And the next level is the debt management. Next level is the emergency fund. And last is the investment. For the investment part, it is suggested that at least you have 20 times your income. So this is to secure your retirement uh, plan and your retirement future. So that's the recommendation that we have, but this is not the topmost of your financial house. The roof of your financial house should be the estate planning, so like the trust and will. So you should be ready for that. You should prepare for that. And the next topic that we are sharing is the X curve concept. So in building a wealth formula, and of course, XCOP concept talks about how you take care of the family and take care of yourself. When we are young, when we are building our family, like yeah, started very young. So on the top, we are taking care of our family. This will calls for Of course, we have debts, we have income, we have mortgage for those who has house to pay, and of course, education for those who have kids to be sent to school or further colleges. The dime method, the dime method talks about what is your insurable needs to be able to cover all your responsibility in times of, when something happened to you or when something happened to the entire family. So that is the insurable need that you need to have. This is only an ideal, but of course it's a case to case basis. And the other X, which should be as we grow older, we are suggesting and we need to be that to take care of ourselves for our retirement, right? And this will calls for a wealth formula. But what is a wealth formula? Do you know what is a wealth formula? Kisha, do you know what is that? Hello?
I don't. I am learning new. I'm
Oh,
starting to actually start to learn now. So you put me on the spot, but no, I don't know. So
oh,
tell us.
okay. So the wealth formula is money plus time plus or minus the rate of return, inflation minus the inflation, and minus the tax. So that equals to wealth. So in building wealth, the critical here is time. But don't forget also the inflation and the tax. So later on, I will further discuss that. And the formula for this taking care of the family and of course the wealth and for our future
Mhm.
is we may need 10 times of your income to protect the entire family, and we may need 20 times of your income to take care of your future retirement. So that's how it is. And the next topic that we will be sharing is about
Okay.
management, debt management, how to control your debt. Do you know that an extra 100 can dramatically save time and reduce your debt? Do you know that? So this is one of the workshop class topics also that we are sharing. We conducted this one. And how do we deal with this one? So this is, we have called this a debt roll-up. So what we teach is we started from, let's say you have at least 10 different types of debts. So we ask them to list down from the smallest to biggest. And then instead of paying the minimum, just add an extra 100 to it. Let's say you have a credit card debt amounting to 150, and then you were just only paying $10 minimum. So instead of paying $10, why not add $100 to it? So you'll be paying 110 on the first time. So in just 2 months, instead of 19 months paying $10, adding $100 will, you can pay it up in your debt for that particular credit card in 2 months by just adding 100. But if you have other debts, since you already survived without that $100 that 2 months, so you have to add it on your next debt. You, instead of paying again the minimum, just add $100 plus the $10 initially, so you'll be able to pay the next debt, and so on and so forth. So it's like you are rolling up. You are trying to pay off the next largest. Normally, it's the mortgage. So I'm sorry that I wasn't able to share this in the screen. You can see it, but in the illustration that we had, it's like that person has, he needs to pay $1,141 for his mortgage, but by, and he needs to pay that for 361 months. But adding the $100 faithfully and so disciplined, he was able to pay off his debt in 204 months. So look at the power of $100. So all in all, he was about to pay his total debts for 30 years, but it was almost cut to 17 years. He was able to pay off his debt. And this is only the power of $100. Okay. And the next topic is about the compound effect of money. Have you heard of that? The compound effect of money, the rule of 72. You know, the rule of 72, they said
Yes.
it um, um, created by Einstein. So the rule of 72 is divide 72 by the rate of return, and the answer is the number of years your money will double. Say, for example, you have somebody give you a 6% rate of return, so 72 divided by 6 is equal to 12. So in 12 years, let's say you put in 10,000. So after 12 years, your money will be 20,000. And another 12 years, which is after 24 years, your money will be 40,000. And after another 12 years, which is 36 years, you will have a total of 81,000. So your money doubled every 12 years. What about if I have 8% of return? So divided by 72 divided by 8 is equals to 9. So every 9 years, your money will double. If you put in 10,000, so after 9 years, it will become 20,000. And after plus 9 years, so that will be 18 years, it will become 40,000. And plus 9 years, it will become 79,000. And 36 years, it will be like 159. So it doubles every 9 years. So by just the power of 2%, imagine from the 6%, it's only 81K, but in the 9%, it became 159K. And if you found a 10% rate, 72 divided by 10% is 7.2 years. So if we have the same formula, so it will become 309 after 36 years. So see the power of 2% with this compound effect of money. It is a very, very powerful tool so that you can build your wealth. Okay. But don't forget also, like what I mentioned earlier, the inflation and the tax. So, like for example, nowadays, if somebody like will say, "Oh, CD has a like is offering me like 5% interest rate," okay, that's good. But have you considered the inflation and the tax? So, for example, you save like $100, you put it in under CD, so 5% interest, you will get 100 plus 5, right? And but consider also the income tax. Let's say you are in the 25% bracket. So 25 $100 at 25% of that is $1.25. So if you sum it up, then you will have only net after tax about 103 and 75 cents. But the inflation rate is about 3%. So in your 103% and 75 cent, you will be left with 0.75 cent. Did you earn, given that you have a 5% interest? Yes, I earn, but only a 75 cents. So it's like you just keep it in your wallet, right? So there's not much return on that CD. Okay, so be careful in investing and make sure it will beat the inflation and your tax. Okay, so another example, assume your income is 60,000 annual and you set aside 10% per month into account that grows some interest rates. So how does saving $500 per month or $17 per day compound over time? So in 30 years, you will have at 8% of return 745,000. And at 8% of return, you will have at least a 1,130,243. So you can see that with the compound effect of money, so and given the right rate of return, so you will be a millionaire, but you have to be disciplined in keeping your budget. Okay. So we also shared about inflation is the silent killer. The average cost of living in the 1970s. So we illustrate here, too bad you cannot see it. We illustrate here that the new home in the 1970s cost only 23K, and the gallon of gas is about 36 cents. The loaf of bread, 25 cents. The wages is about 9,000. What about in the 1990s? New home cost is about 123K. The gallon of gas is $1.34. Loaf of bread, 70 cents. And the wages, about 28K. What about today? How much does the new home cost? Will it cost like 200K in downtown Austin or in Austin area? No, nowadays it costs you at least 500K. And a gallon of gas, so it ranged from $3 and beyond. And then loaf of bread, you cannot find the 70 cents anymore. It's about $1.50. And for the wages, not much. It's about 65K. So what will your $100 do in the next 20 years? So based from studies, um, 5 years from now, your $100 decrease, the purchasing power will decrease to $86 only. So that will be the value of, and the value of your $100 will become 116. You need 116 to equal, so to beat that inflation. And then 10 years from now, the equivalent value of your 100 is only 74. And 15 years from now, it will be 64. And 20 years from now, the value of your 100 will be 55 only, and you need at least $181. That's the equivalent money of your $100 now. That's the effect of the inflation. As we said, it's a silent killer. But do you know also where to put your money based on the tax? Do you understand what are the different portfolio where you have the tax now, tax later, and the tax advantage? For the tax now, under this category, our salaries, those are tax now, considered tax now. Checking, savings, the city, the stocks, and the mutual funds. Those are under tax now. What about the tax later? So tax later are the 401k, the IRA, SEPRIA, the annuity, the pension. So you will be taxed on the gain for this category. What about the tax advantage? Do you have money? Do you put your money on this tax advantage? So these are the Roth IRA, the 529 college plans, municipal bond, the HSA account, and the life insurance, the long-term care benefit. So under this portfolio, these are all tax advantage. When you withdraw your money from here, you will not be taxed. So knowing the tax impact of your money is important to build your financial future. So, and in managing it,
I hate to interrupt, but
okay.
can you hear me? Do you mind just for those who don't know what the Roth IRAs and such are, can you give them just a little overview of what those actually are? So I know you've discussed how much they can get from it, but just explain to them without the acronyms. Could you help us out with that, please?
Yeah. So the Roth IRA, these are like for our 401k, right? So this is our companies. We have 401ks, and this will be they will invest it in the money in the money market. So those are our 401k. The company will also give it. But for our 401k, you could also manage it on your own, or you will have your own financial advisor. And you need also to invest in different strategies. So it's also in the money market. You will select a lot different strategies on this one, um, like the band, the stocks, So you will have a selection of that. Like on your own, you can also do this, and we call it Roth IRA. But if you want to have like a financial advisor who are securities licensed, they are the one who will manage it for you.
Thank you.
Okay. Do you have if Vince has also additional answer in that, you could also chime in.
You're on mute, Vincent.
Vince is there. Okay.
Can we unmute him? Mm.
Yeah, I don't see him. Yeah.
I can see him. I just wanted to know if we could unmute him, help him
Oh,
unmute so he could speak to us a
yeah.
little more.
Can you hear
Mm-hmm.
me?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Mm.
I don't know if you can hear me.
Okay, wait. He
Yeah.
looks like he's coming in again.
All right. If you can hear me, I think the question,
There you
Keisha.
are.
Hi, Keisha. I think the question is tell about
Oh, you want me to
more
repeat
on
it?
the tell more about the for Roth IRA, right?
Yes.
Okay. So for the Roth IRA, the difference
I
with
didn't hear you. I'm
the
sorry.
you can hear me. Oh, okay. I don't know why you cannot hear me.
I
You
can
can.
now. I can. I can hear you. I apologize. Go ahead.
All right. So the 40 for Roth IRA, it's kind of like for educational purposes. It's uh, when uh, when you put your money in today, when you withdraw it, probably 10 years, 20 years from now, you will not be taxed. So compared to a regular 401k, traditional IRA, so you when you withdraw your money, you will be taxed. But both 401k and Roth IRA
Okay.
are still subject with the 59 and a half rule, wherein you're gonna get penalized when you withdraw it before 59 and a half. So after 59 and a half, then no penalty, but Roth IRA has no taxes compared to 401k. So currently, most employers are
Okay.
offering both, like 401k and Roth IRA, just to give that simple difference. Hope that answers that question.
Thank you.
Any other question? Okay, so the next one is on manage growth strategy. So in this concept, so we are teaching everyone so that they know where to put their money, which is growth, meaning there is your rate of return must be high enough to beat taxes and inflation. There must also be, it should also be safe. So there must be a safety net. So to manage the risk and preserve your principles. So you know those investment, it is invested in a money market or it's in, so whatever happens in the market, even if it goes to the negative, low to the lowest negative, your money is safe and it will not be you will not lost anything. It will just be leveled, but you will never lost. Or for some other provider or investment companies, there is a floor rate, at least 0 or a 0.75%. So in that case, your money, your principal is being preserved, and there's no way but to grow when the market pick up. So your money will also, your investment will also pick up. And another, uh, in growing your strategy, you should also take note of the tax advantage, like what we said. So it should be on a tax advantage vehicles that can play a significant role in building your wealth. So tax deferred and tax advantage, those two, you have to consider that. And there must be a protection. Protection like your income, protect your income, your asset, and your life. So that's what we define under protection. And you need to have also protection like for a long-term care. It must have a long-term care, disability, and chronic illness. So in times of, we don't know what will happen, but if you or your family might be needing a long-term care. So does that portfolio or does that investment have all of these? It should have growth. Remember, it should have growth, safety, tax advantage, and protection. So when saving and investing, consider all these important factors. And yeah, we say in building a house, you need to make sure that all aspects of the house, like the foundation, the roof, the electrical, plumbing, interior, those are all working together. The same applies when building your financial house. So it should be solid. The foundation must be solid from the very beginning. So talking about education, protection, budgeting, liabilities, just those should be solid from the very beginning. And assets, retirement, the taxes, longevity, estate. So those you should be able to plan well for the long term, for your retirement. And with that, whatever happens, your house will not collapse. So unlike those houses that has no strong foundation. I remember I was about to buy a house 2 years ago, but during the inspection, good thing I hired my own inspector. We found out that there is issue in the foundation, and the builder won't fix it. So it took us several days to decide whether we will go or not. But since it's a new house and it's gonna be our first time house, so we didn't go. It's like there is foundation issue, so we decided not to buy that one. And it's same thing. So we need to consider in our financial house, it should be strong and it should be solid. So do you have time to go for your annual screening or to go to a doctor for health checkup? So the same thing for our financial house. Do you need a financial checkup? I think it's a must for us, for all of us, so that we will learn if we have too many bills or debts. Do we have enough savings, or do we lack investments? And also, we need to check about our children's future if you have kids, and of course, their career. Healthcare. Do we have health insurance? Are we covered on our disability if something happened? Do we have a long-term care or are we passing it to our kids or to our relatives or to our spouses when to take care of us in the future? Or are we prepared? Do we have enough funds for that? And the wealth transfer. So wealth transfer, like if you have your life insurance or the funeral document, this is part of the wealth transfer. So do you have those estate planning? Do you have trust? Do you have wills? So that if something is to happen to you, your family will not face any challenges or probate kind of issues, and it will be automatically be given to your beneficiary. And income stability, are we facing layoffs for those who are still full-time on our different jobs or careers? And on our businesses, do we have enough protection for those? Or do we lack of financial knowledge? So that's why we are sharing all of these. So if you have the will, we can also provide the vehicle and financial security. It's not a dream. It is a priority. So if you have like a 1 year goal or 1 to 5 years goal or 5 years or 10-year goal, so let's check that one and let's do your financial checkup and see how we can help you, right? And one more note, if your Will your current situation allow you to reach your goals? And if you need making extra income, do you consider to have a part-time basis and multiple sources of income? So you can also be part of our campaign that is revolutionizing the financial industry with a system that bridges financial education and financial independence. So yeah, for me, if I may share my background, yeah, you talk about Keisha shared about my background. So yeah, I've been working as an engineer. It was only last year that I decided to go doing this mission. And you know, our mission is to educate 30 million families in North America by 2030. So we barely have like 6 years to reach that goal of 30 million. And yeah, we can do it if we work together, right? To reach all those community. We do these workshops, we do these presentations in nonprofit or profit organization in different churches or organizations, businesses, small or large businesses. Everybody needs this because I told myself this was not being taught in the school. So if it has been, you know, I'm a millionaire now. But it's never too late for anyone to learn and be empowered and to take action on our goals, right? And for me, I think it's not more on myself anymore. It's more on helping others because if I have more, I can share more, I can give more, and yeah, let's help to change not only our lives, not only our family's lives, but the community and everyone that may need help. Okay, and that's all for me. Thank you, Kisha. If there are any other questions, so you should be able to accommodate that, or you could send me an email if your time allows now, so we can also answer that right now. But if not,
Well,
then we could email that to me.
I'm checking to see if we have any actual questions. But we just want to thank you so much. The wonderful thing about what we offer is they have that replay option, so they can go back and they can replay your presentation, and they can also share your presentation with their friends and their families. So you're not just talking to individuals right now, you're going to be talking to them for who knows how long in the future as we continue to share. So just know that if there are questions, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I put your contact information in the comment section. So if they're interested in reaching out to you, they can feel free to reach out to you. Our goal is always just to make sure we provide resources. You know, we can't specifically say go and use such and such, but we can say that this is available. And so we'll make sure that they have your information so they can contact you in the future. Vanessa, do you see any questions anywhere?
I don't. I've been looking. No, but great
Okay.
information, great resources to have all of
Yes.
this important information about financial literacy, building wealth, investment. All of that is great. Definitely information we all can use. I definitely learned something tonight.
Thank you
Me
so
too.
much.
And
You
then being
know,
that
those
I'm sorry, we being that we deal
yeah.
with
So
chronic
what I've
illnesses and
shared,
caregivers, it's very important.
yeah, you know what I've shared, those are like kind of overview, but we have like in details, we have 7 workshop classes that you guys could attend. We do it virtual also or in person in our office in Austin Financial Center in Clayton Lane. So we do that every Wednesday and Saturday. So I could also share that information and also all our virtual classes that works like 3 times a day in different time zone, like Eastern, Pacific, and Central. So
Oh,
you
we would
could
appreciate
select
that.
or pick your time. Yeah, talking about debt management, savings, and investment, all of those as social security, um, yeah, estate planning. All what I have told you, they will discuss in detail and they will suggest how you could really do well in your building your financial house. So yeah, thank you so much, Kisha. And yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity for
Thank you.
us to
I'm
share
glad we are able to
with all of
meet.
us. And hope to help us to share to help to reach that goal of 30 million. It should be in North America, in
All right.
Canada, also, and in the US. Yeah, yeah. Let's connect.
We'll definitely do our part to help. Well,
Mhm.
everybody, I want to thank you again. And I'm excited. This was, like I said, you were our first presenter. And, if you have other um, topics that you want to come back and discuss in the future, feel free. Um, because our goal is to educate and make sure that our community is prepared for the future so they'll have a healthy physical life and a healthy financial life.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yes, yes. That's the
Well,
goal. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you, Kisha. Thank you, Vince,
take
for
care,
joining
everyone.
us.
Good night.
And thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you guys so much. Have a great night.
You too. Good night.